in my view, the political fortunes of a politician are enhanced by their appearance on the ballot. You understand? So the more you appear on the ballot, the more your political fortunes are enhanced. I'm sure of all the people, President Hichilema knows that very well, having appeared on the ballot 6 times before he made it. So if I was in the alliance, and assuming I had agreed to the terms that the alliance had put forward, which was for us to rally behind President Hichilema, I would have been just part of a crowd around the president. You understand? And at some point, it's well and good to be in the crowd around the president, but at some point, people begin to ask to say, but that one, what is he doing here? Who is he? You know, then they say, he's the president of a political party. That political party, has it ever contested in any election? They say, no, it doesn't. Then the way they view you and the way they treat you dwindle with time. You understand? So for me, I'm very happy that I took part in this election. I'm very happy that I got the experience that I got, even if the performance was not as expected, but I'm happier having taken part in the election than I would ever have been being around President Hichilema, even after he's elected into office. I don't think I would have been that happier. So no, I'm not bitter.
All right.
I'm very far from bitter. Coming to your other question, what is the role of the opposition?
Yeah.
There is no standard definition of what the role of the opposition is, but from our standpoint, we believe that the job of an opposition political party and an opposition leader is twofold. Number one is to provide alternative solutions to national problems. So the various national problems besieging the country at the moment, it's not enough to condemn. You need to provide alternative solutions. So, for instance, our economy is in turmoil at the moment, and there's need for economic turnaround. President Hichilema and his UPND government are planning to take the country on an IMF program and access an IMF loan. We are disagreeable with that. We've been disagreeable with that since before President Hichilema even became president. We've made that very clearly. For reasons we've very well tabulated, that we have the resources we need for us to turn around our economy without having to borrow anything from the IMF. And even these Euro bonds, which are due next year, the other year, and that other year, we can easily refinance them because our country is enjoying favorable attitude from the international investors. So we can refinance that at a reasonable cost in terms of interest rates. And we have outlined how we need to turn around our economy without using the IMF. That is alternative solutions. You understand? Right. So we are doing exactly what an opposition political party is supposed to do. The second key responsibility, in our view, of an opposition political party is to provide checks and balances, to hold the government of the day accountable, in other words. So when President Hichilema begins to appoint people of questionable caliber, it is my responsibility to stand up, raise my hand and say, Mr. President, sir, I think there, my tie, can you reconsider? Because I want to so that Pereka could reconsider.
All right.
Yes.
As we go, I want you to just give a caution to the new administration with regards to some of the lessons that they might have learned from the PF and which you wish they will not repeat them.
Yeah.
The terrible mistakes made by the PF.
You know, the trouble is power itself. Power makes people grow wings. So the biggest pitfall of anybody in power is arrogance. The belief that you are infallible, that you are a supernatural being, and all these other people are lesser beings. And therefore, when a lesser being speaks, there's nothing that they can tell you. You are a supernatural being. You understand? You had 1 million votes, more than anybody else. These people who are talking at 0 votes in most polling stations. Right. That is the biggest pitfall for most leaders. So if President Hichilema can try and manage that, then he would have done himself a lot of service. And with arrogance comes, deafness. You become deaf to what people are saying. You are not open to advice. You need to open yourself to advice and listen to dissenting views without being upset.